Welcome to this screencast for TEST Proctoring. Today we're going to be looking at accessing your account, creating test sessions, and troubleshooting during the test. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to nwa.org. There, you'll click on Login, and then select Map Growth. Once you're there, you're going to sign in using the credentials that has been sent to your email. If you don't remember your password, you can access it by using forget username or password. And they'll send you a link so that you can change your password. Once you have signed in, then we can create some test sessions. In order to do that, you're going to go to Manage Test Session, and you're going to search for students by clicking Find Students to Test. Once there, you're going to select the school, GIA, and the grade that you're going to test. For this demonstration, I'll be creating a test for kindergarten. Next, you're going to select the name of the instructor, your name, and the class that you're testing for. Once you complete that, you search for your students to test and make sure that they're all selected. You can select them all by clicking this arrow at the top right next to last name, and you can add those students to your test list, which is right below. Then you select all of the names of the students, and we are going to assign their test. In order to do that, we click on Assign Test, and then we're able to select the test. All the tests that we're doing for this testing season are growth tests. For this example, I'm going to be assigning a reading test to kindergarten. So for kindergarten, I would select growth reading K to 12. If I was doing grade 3, I would select growth reading 2 to 5. And for grade 6 and above, I'd select reading 6 plus. All right, it's going to be the same for math, and for language, and for science as well. You can then assign that test, and you'll ensure it's been assigned when you see it here in this column. You can then save your test session. I'll save it as reading K. On testing day, when you're ready to test your students, you go again to Manage Test Sessions, and instead of going to Find Students to Test, you can now go to Saved Sessions. You select the session that you've created, and you click Test Now. This begins the test and gives you the information that you need to give students. So you will, on the board, give students the session name, followed by the automatically generated password. They will log in on their computers with that, and as they log in, you'll see them come up in the confirmed window. Now their test will only begin once you hit the Confirm Now button, and you can do this as they sign in, or you can do it when everyone is signed in. Once you've done that, the test begins. Now during the test, if some students are answering questions too quickly, this button will glow yellow. And it will also let you know which student is answering questions too quickly or not taking enough time to work through their questions. And then you can give that student a warning, let them know to take their time for the test. Also, during the test, in this column, you'll see all of the questions that have been answered by students in real time. You can, from time to time, use the refresh status button to refresh your page so you can get a real-time update of how students are doing. Otherwise, it refreshes automatically every 60 seconds. Now, if you want to pause a student during testing so that they can take a break, you'll select that student's name and then select the action Pause from the drop-down menu. Once they've returned and are seated, you can then select their name again and click Resume to have their test continue where they left off. Now, there may be times where students are experiencing some network connection problems or their test is freezing, and on their screen there's a refresh button. After trying to refresh their page multiple times, if it fails, then you can select their name, and from the drop-down menu, select Suspend. Now this will suspend or freeze the student's test so that you can then restart their computer if necessary, and then resume their test. And when you're ready to resume, instead of using the Resume button, you're going to use the Test Again button. This is going to pick their test up right where they left it when it was suspended. Alright, that's it for now. If you have any additional questions, then you can visit the IT room.